Hello and welcome to Let's Play Mass Effect. I can hardly wait to get going on this game. Let's press any key and get started. Alright, this menu reveals that this is not going to be a blind Let's Play. And in fact, I have managed to earn all the achievements. One does this by playing the game through with multiple Shepards. And that's a worthwhile effort because many of these achievements actually come with passive bonuses. And for example, this one right here, Krogan Ally Achievement. You get the ability to regenerate 1 health unit per second. If you're playing a class that doesn't have this, this is a big deal. This is really useful. In between combat sessions, you can be completely restored health without using any Metagel. It's just one of many different bonuses available. So it's definitely worth getting them. I'm a little bit loath to push this button, only because it's going to kill this music, and this music is so good, but it'll come back.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database. Classified information requested. Establishing secure connection. Secure connection confirmed.
Alright, so in my multiple playthroughs I've been able to vary things a bit. I've played as a male Shep, and that voice actor is Mark Meer, who is definitely more than adequate. I mean, for a low-budget game that no one knew was going to be popular, completely fine voice acting. Jennifer Hale, though, is almost divinely inspired choice, and for the playstyle I'm going to be chasing in this game, I want her voice behind it. And there's also a tiny little benefit that comes from being FemShep, and when we get to that point I'll point it out. But yeah, I want that, so let's play FemShep.
Please log in to access your profile.
This is a name that is popular in Sweden, Iceland, Norway, and even Poland, and that's where my heritage comes from, and these are places I want to visit someday. So yeah, I'm going to play as Anja Shepard.
Warning, data corruption detected. Please reconstruct profile. Confirm pre-service history.
Alright, your pre-service history kind of fills in your backstory as a character. It also provides a specific assignment. Each one of these has its own unique assignment, which you can pick up at some point. And this is kind of a theme of mine throughout the game, that the game has got almost unlimited replayability. And this right here should warrant 3 different playthroughs just for that single assignment. They're all unique, they're all well written. They're short, but they flesh out the story, the whole universe really well. I'm going to be picking Earthborn. I was an orphan raised on the streets of the great megatropolises covering Earth. I escaped a life of petty crime and underworld gangs by enlisting with the Alliance military when I turned 18.
Confirm psychological profile.
Alright, the psych profile combined with the pre-service history basically determine what kind of bonus Renegade or bonus Paragon points you get at the start of the game. This is something that's typically revealed by the player. If you watch these on YouTube, they usually reveal pretty early on whether they're a Paragon Shep or a Renegade Shep. Paragon is the more heroic, compassionate, kinder. They persuade others by gaining their trust and using charm. The Renegade Shepherd is more ruthless, apathetic, not so kind. They tend to persuade others through fear and by using intimidate. And I'm using those words, charm and intimidate, specifically. We'll get into that detail later. So ruthless is a psych profile that guarantees that you'll start with bonus Renegade points. I played as an Earthborn Ruthless. That was my soldier, and it gave me 20 starting points, which was pretty nice, but I don't want to repeat that selection. War Hero guarantees that you'll have a Paragon starting set, and the Soul Survivor gives you a little of each. So the Earthborn Soul Survivor gives me 15 Renegade points and 5 Paragon points, and that's what I want at the start of this game. So Soul Survivor, During my service, a mission I was on went horribly wrong. Trapped in an extreme survival situation, I had to overcome physical torments and psychological stresses that would have broken most people. I survived while all those around me fell, and now I'm alone to tell the tale. And this event occurred on a place called a Coos, and you'll hear other characters in the game make reference to a Coos quite often, and kind of fills in my backstory. That event apparently was a Thresher Maw attack. The Thresher Maw is a pretty big, dangerous enemy in this game, and I was the only one to survive that attack. So, hence this name here. Okay, so that's where I'm coming into the game from.
Confirm military specialization.
These are the classes. My first Shep was a soldier, my second was an engineer, and my third was an adept. And if I were more OCD, I would insist on infiltrator being next, but I'm not going to do that. Those first three are all the purebred classes. Soldier has a lot of gun talent, engineer has a lot of tech talent, and the adept has a lot of biotic talent. The infiltrator combines the combat and tech and becomes a really good long-range character. The Vanguard combines biotic in combat and becomes a really good up-front, in-your-face type character. Sentinel combines the biotic and the tech to basically the character has their choice. It's not really necessarily long-range character or short-range character, and you can kind of play the field however you want. Plus, when I was playing an engineer and an adept, I really loved the powers, all the different tech powers, all the different biotic powers, and now I get to have a little bit of each, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So I want to play as a Sentinel. So by getting all those achievements, you unlock various talents that you can select as a bonus in your character. These are the 2 tech talents that I'm missing. These are the 2 biotic talents that I'm missing. And these are the 3 weapons that I'm missing. So I don't have any of these as talents that I can level up and get better at. There are 4 types of guns in the games. The pistol is the one talent that the Sentinel has, but it's not actually a talent, a separate talent. It's kind of wedged into the passive class talent, and I'll show how that works later. So I get a choice. Do I want a tech talent? Hacking is the one to choose here because it's so much fun. There's just nothing like watching 2 enemies fight each other because you hacked one of them. But I'm going to pick that talent when I play my infiltrator class. With biotics concerned, I think Singularity is the more fun bonus talent. There's nothing quite like watching a swarm of husks all moving about as if they're in some sort of galactic or gravity-free ballet dance. It's just marvelous, and you can inflict a lot of damage on them, and they can't do anything to you. So Singularity is a lot of fun for crowd control, and I'm going to pick that when I play a Vanguard. So that leaves me with the weapon talent. This is where I think the Sentinel is the most weak in the game. And personally, I think my biotic talents will help me doing the up close and in your face type fighting. But when I'm in the back, I really want a gun that I can use that's going to help me being in the background. And there really is no other choice. And plus, sniper rifles are a lot of fun in this game. So, yep, I'm picking this as my bonus talent.
Confirm facial identification.
I'm not going to play with the default Shepard. Pleasant as she is, I have my own specific design for the face of Anja, and I'm going to shut up now so that I can fast forward through this part and you don't have to suffer through it. May I present the face of Anja Shepard. I hope you like it. She is going to be my face, and if I have the ability and wherewithal to get through the full trilogy, this will be the face you'll be watching. So yeah, I like it.
Profile reconstruction complete.
Alright, one more screen we have to get through.
Identification confirmed.
Alright, I've never yet actually played a level 1 Shepard through hardcore. And so, but I have done through veteran, and I've done a high level Shepard through hardcore and insanity. But yeah, this will be new. and I'm expecting it to be difficult, but not impossible. I think I've had enough practice now, so let's try that. I'm going to control all of the leveling up for me and for my squad. I want target assist low because when I'm using biotic powers, if I happen to be targeting enemies with powers that have an area of effect, sometimes it only affects that enemy. So I want to be able to point at the ceiling or the floor occasionally, and so yeah, I'll be wanting this to be low. I want the squad mates to spam their barrier and their immunity because I don't want to deal with that, but I want their offensive powers to be my own in a sense. I want to have this big pool of powers that I can inflict damage on enemies with. So yeah, I'll keep subtitles on, and this really shouldn't even be an option. This should always be on. Okay, let's play this game.
Well, what about Shepard? Earthborn, but no record of her family.
Doesn't have one. She was raised on the streets, learned to look out for herself.
She saw her whole unit die on a cruise. She could have some serious emotional scars.
Every soldier has scars. Shepard's a survivor.
Is that the kind of person we want protecting the galaxy?
That's the only kind of person who can protect the galaxy.
I'll make the call.
Arcturus Prime relays in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Commander?
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot. Acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit. Is green. Approach run has begun. Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1. Thrusters. Check. Navigation. Check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift. Just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment. So you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead. So that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
And welcome to our very first dialogue wheel. This game is pretty simple with respect to the way you can build a reputation. If you are chasing Paragon, Shepard, you're almost always going to be pointing up here because the more often you're up there, the more often you will be collecting Paragon points. And by extension, down here is where you generally will find Renegade Points through conversations. The game doesn't tell you which ones of these actually provide points. It's trial and error, or you look it up online or something like that. Right here, this is the neutral option. This would generally give you no points. So in this particular instance, we do you would get 2 Paragon points if you pick this one, and you would get 2 Renegade points if you pick this one. And I'm trying to build a mostly Renegade reputation. I'm going to be getting my Paragon reputation through other means, mostly completing quests. But yeah, largely through my conversations, I'm going to be mostly a Renegade player, and that's why I wanted Jennifer Hale as my voice actor.
That's enough. Your soldiers act like it.
Sorry, Commander.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance Brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
So here's a case where it doesn't actually matter where I point this thing. I don't get any points for it no matter where I put it. But I'm going to be consistent.
Great. You pissed the captain off and now I'm going to pay for it.
Don't blame me. The captain's always in a bad mood.
Only when he's talking to you, Joker.
And there we go. 2 Renegade points for that, and some XP, and a journal entry, and some codex. So we're back in control of our character. And we've got our first, I guess, mission. I mean, it's not a tough mission if all you have to do is go talk to the captain. But it's where you start in this game. And it's a third-person shooter, so I have control over the camera, and I have separate control over the character. And may I say, I'm very pleased with how this face looks. So, I hope you are too. Your squad mates will occasionally guide you along if you forgot what it is you're supposed to be doing.
You probably don't want to keep the captain waiting, Commander.
The captain's waiting for you in the comm room, Commander.
Alright, but this is an RPG, so time doesn't move unless I do. Because there's no clock on the wall here. And that's pretty nice. That gives me the chance to do some stuff, get used to my character, get used to the controls. In fact, the game actually gives you your full squad-based, combat-based outfit. You're in your armor right now, and you've got 4 guns. You got 1 on the side there and 3 in the back, and I can pull them, or draw them, I guess. And that puts up my little status screen on the lower left. It shows that I've pulled a pistol, and it shows that I have full health, and a small amount of shields, but they are at least fully charged. I also have 5 metagel and 5 grenades. And because this is an RPG where you can't hurt your friendlies, I can zoom in and do this. And he's not running for his life. It's not because he's strapped in there, it's because he's a friendly, and you really can't hurt your friendlies in this game, which is nice. Now you notice I was able to zoom in on that with that pistol. That's because I'm trained in the pistol. All classes are in this game. It's just something that is by design, I guess. I have the other 3 guns on the back there, and I can switch to them. I get a larger aiming circle there when I pull my shotgun. And then when I try to click on the zoom button, I can't zoom because I'm not trained in that weapon. I can still fire it, but my shot will go God knows where. It's just my aim will be off. Untrained weapons are basically for panic use only. When you're about to die and all your other weapons are overheated. I have an assault rifle. Same kind of deal. Aiming circle gets bigger. I really can hit the broadside of a barn with it. And finally the sniper rifle. Now I can zoom in on this because I am trained in sniper rifle. I picked it as a bonus talent. Now just because you're trained in something doesn't mean you're really good at it. You can see I'm not actually moving the sniper rifle around very much, but it's moving on its own. I'm going to have to level up my sniper rifle talent to get rid of some of that wobble. But it's still useful, even now. I'm going to switch back to the pistol, just so I can get that small circle. One of the things you can do is throw a grenade. And when you do that, what will happen is it will start a 10-second timer. It will detonate after that 10-second period. But if you use the same button that you used to launch it, you can detonate it at the exact moment you want, like so. And luckily, even though Caden just took a grenade to the face, it didn't actually hurt him. Let's move on.
I'm telling you, I just saw him. He marched by like he was on a mission.
He's a Spectre. They're always on a mission.
And we're getting dragged, right along with him.
Relax, Presley. You're gonna give yourself an ulcer.
You can do that kind of easily in this game. You can drop by others having conversations, and you can listen in, and nobody's ever upset that you're eavesdropping on them. Let's chat with our navigator.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
I did that on purpose. Yeah, cutscenes actually envelop whatever's in reality, and I kind of like that. If you know, it's obviously showing my face, the one I designed, and it just showed that grenade going off. And again, nobody seems to be fussed about it, even though I ought to be blowing holes into this ship by doing that. But who cares?
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down at engineering. It didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission. The whole crew feels it.
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run? It doesn't add up.
What do you know about the stealth systems?
I just know it masks our location from scans and sensors. Cutting-edge technology. The Normandy's the only ship with this prototype drive. But why are we fully staffed? A skeleton crew would be cheaper, less chance of security leaks too. Plus there's Nihilus. It's pretty obvious this shakedown run is just a cover.
For what?
Damned if I know, Commander. We're out here on false pretenses. I'm not a fan of being left in the dark.
Do you have a problem with the captain?
No, ma'am. But I can't figure out what he's doing here. Captain Anderson is one of the most decorated Special Forces officers in the service. If he melted down all his medals, he could make a life-size statue of himself. You don't send a soldier like that on a do-nothing mission. He's treating this shakedown run too seriously. Something big is going on.
You don't trust Nihilus?
I don't like Turians in general. It runs in my family. My grandfather fought in the First Contact War. Lost a lot of friends when the Turians hit us.
That was 30 years ago. You can't blame Nihilus for that.
No, I guess not. But it still makes me nervous to have a Spectre on board. Especially a Turian. We're an Alliance vessel, human military, but Nihilus doesn't answer to the captain like the rest of us. Spectres operate outside the normal chain of command. And they don't come along just to observe shakedown runs. Nihilus looks like he's expecting some heavy action. I don't like it.
Info's on a need-to-know basis, Presley. Just follow the orders you're given.
Understood, Commander.
Alright, notice that I didn't get any Renegade or Paragon there. So not every time you chat with somebody are you able to build a reputation. It's just the way it is. Those meters would fill up kind of quickly. In fact, I haven't really even displayed those meters yet. When I go into my squad screen here, you can see I have a Renegade meter and a Paragon meter. And I'll be talking about this in a lot more detail in the next episode. But suffice it to say that as you gain Renegade points and as you gain Paragon points, you basically fill these meters up. And there'll be milestones along the way here that will be that will be important, and we'll discuss all that soon. One thing I've been neglecting here is the story itself. Talking so much about the reputation I'm trying to build, we've learned quite a bit. One thing that we've learned is our navigator is kind of a 22nd century equivalent of a racist. I guess here in this time period when we have now aliens integrated, he's probably more of a speciesist, although I don't like how that sounds. But yeah, he's inherently distrusts aliens. His basic attitude is, if you don't look like me, I don't trust you. That isn't really all that much different from racism, and it seems to be alive and well here, and it's too bad. But what can you expect? We're human. I guess some things just don't change. Alright, let's move on.
I grew up on Eden Prime, Doc. It's not the kind of place Spectres visit. There's something Nihilus isn't telling us about this mission.
That's crazy. The captain's in charge here. He wouldn't take orders from a Spectre.
Not his choice, Doc. Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want. Kill anyone who gets in their way.
Oh, you watch too many spy vids, Jenkins.
One of the nice little touches about this game is that the stereophonic quality tends to match the scene you're looking at. So while I had swung around to the backside there with the camera, I could hear Jenkins very clearly on my right side and the doctor on my left. I think that's nice. So we have two people that were just chatting here, Dr. Chakwas and Corporal Jenkins. The doctor is basically the medic on this ship. Corporal Jenkins is one of my soldiers, and he can be assigned to be on various missions with me planetside. He is somewhat in a languid pose here, which doesn't really match his demeanor. He's actually a little wound up, even though he looks relaxed. We can talk to them. Oops. Talk to them, I said.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
This is 2 Paragon points. This is 2 Renegade points.
Marines are meant to fight. You just fix us up and we're done.
I know how things work, Commander. I've seen my share of combat, but it's foolish to go looking for trouble. You could both take a lesson from the captain. He's not afraid of combat, but he knows the value of restraint, too.
Sorry, Doc, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
Do your job, follow my orders, and there won't be any problems.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself on a cruise. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
This mission isn't about personal glory, Corporal. We have a job to do. Don't do anything stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, ma'am. I'm not gonna screw this up.
I'm taking a somewhat tough love approach to Jenkins here. He is a soldier that can be assigned to my squad. I just never know what you're going to find on a mission. I kind of need him focused. He seems to be a little too wound up for that, so let's see if I can calm him down a little bit.
What can you tell me about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other. They don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I hope we get a chance to see him in action. I heard Nihilus took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Only what I've heard. Spectre agents work directly for the Citadel Council. They usually work alone or in small groups. Spectres don't have any official power, though. Basically, they're a shadow organization with a mandate to preserve and protect galactic stability.
Protect it at any cost. Don't forget that part. Spectres operate above the law.
How do you control agents with unlimited power?
I suppose the Council could revoke the Spectre status of an agent who got out of hand. At that point, Citadel Security Services would take over.
Those C-Sec grunts wouldn't stand a chance. The Spectres were 20 ordinary soldiers. The Spectres police themselves. An agent goes rogue, they send another agent to take him down. That's Spectre justice.
The Corporal's confusing romantic legends with reality, Commander.
Why don't we have any of our own people in there?
Spectres usually come from the Council races, like the Turians. We've been trying to get a human accepted into their ranks for years now. So far, it hasn't happened.
Hey, Commander, you'd make a good Spectre. You're always getting dropped into impossible situations, forced to survive unbeatable odds. Just like you on a cruise.
50 Marines died there, Jenkins.
Sorry, Commander. I didn't mean to offend you. I respect what you did there. We all do.
Let's not dwell on the past, Commander. Was there something else you needed?
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful, Commander. They've been real careful with development, so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony. At night, I used to climb this big hill and stare across the fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Not really sure, Commander. Eden Prime's one of our most stable colonies. Good place to take the Normandy for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger there. There's gotta be something else going on. We've got a Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound up. I can't wait for the real mission to start.
Oh, Jenkins, I didn't get through to you, did I? I sure hope you can settle down before we actually have to go anywhere.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
And I got 2 Renegade Points for that. Very nice. Okay, so I think we're going to cut off the video right here because we have a big cutscene coming. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying this and hope you can stay with me, and we'll pick it up right here next. Actually, before I sign off, let's drop a save. I want to do this at the end of each episode. There we go. Let's pick this up right here next time.